everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, they say when one door closes, another door opens, and behind that door is a masked killer with a knife who is really angry that I guess you slept with a camp counselor or something. I don't know the rules. But early Thursday morning, publisher Gun Media released a surprising statement about their Friday the 13th game. The time has come. Our license for Friday the 13th will expire on December 31st, 2023. On that date, Friday the 13th, the game will no longer be available for sale, both physically and digitally. The game will, however, continue to function through at least December 31st, 2024, if you already own it. At this time, we've made the decision to reduce the price to $4.99 for the base game and 99 cents for each piece of DLC content. Meanwhile, at the same time as this announcement, another rumor started floating around about a new Jason Voorhees game, thanks to the folks over at Fangoria. There, Harry Manfredini, longtime composer for the Friday the 13th series, revealed that a new Friday the 13th video game was in the works. No word on the studio developing the game, what platforms it'll be available on, nor when we can expect to play. He teased that it will feature more realistic-looking characters compared to 2017's Friday the 13th game. So how did we get here? Well, Gun Media's Friday the 13th game has constantly dealt with ongoing legal suits surrounding the overall franchise, and so it makes sense as to why the license wouldn't get renewed, which leaves the door wide open for whatever comes next, whatever they're going to want to do with this franchise, and its more realistic models. We'll have to see what that actually means. But is it going to be another multiplayer online thing, or maybe just a straight up horror game? Or is it going to be kind of like a goofy fun you play as Jason kind of thing? And I don't know. I have no clue. But yeah, it looks like the end of one era and the beginning of another. Speaking of licenses and legal matters, it appears the FTC has fined Microsoft, $20 million for illegally collecting information on children using Xbox consoles without their parents' consent. According to the FTC statement, the Xbox sign-up process violates the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act because it collects children's personal information without notifying their parents and getting their permission. Meanwhile, Xbox has called this all a glitch. Apparently, during the Xbox Live sign-up process, a user was required to input their full name, email address, and date of birth. Even if this date of birth showed that the user was under 13, they were still asked to provide more personal information, including their phone number. And to Microsoft's credit, back in 2021, they fixed all this, and they changed the way the sign-up works. However, up until 2019, they were still doing it, and then taking that information and selling it to third parties. In addition to the settlement, like I said, Xbox has updated their account creation process in order to remedy the issue. Corporate Vice President of Xbox Services, Dave McCarthy, stated, "Over the coming months, players who are under the age of 13 and created an account prior to May 2021 will require parental consent, meaning a parent will be prompted to re-verify the account and grant permission for their child to continue gameplay and activity on Xbox." And yeah, $20 million is a drop in the bucket for a company trying to spend $69 billion for Activision Blizzard. So it's not really that big of a punishment, but it does set a precedent and it does set a standard for any other company out there, and it sort of lays the foundation for if people try to mess with this in the future, that at least there'll be punishment for it. Look, these big companies, these big AAA giants, they're already nickel and diming us for everything, so we don't need them to sell our information as well, but it looks like that's what they're doing. So consider that when you sign up for various things. Just know that's happening. But yeah, this is just another example of the changing landscape of video games. Anyway, as the world around us changes, we can be thankful that your Cren Minute is a constant.
Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to the Cren Minute, my once-a-week segment where I get to talk about whatever I want for a minute. This week, I'm talking about something that we talked about on the youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. This is the second week in a row. In a row? This is the second week in a row. This is the second week in a row that I've done this, all right? So I'm not going to do it next week, all right? I swear. So, showering. So me and Jesse were talking, and I was like, I'm a nighttime shower person, right? Like I go through the day, you accumulate all your dirt and sweat and grime through the day, and then at night you take your shower, you raise your body temperature. It's like it helps you fall asleep, right? Because then you cool off right after. Just makes sense. Then some people are like, oh, but I gotta take a shower in the morning. But I'm like, well, I do that. And then Jesse's like, oh, well, you get all dirty when you sleep. But I'm like, yeah. But then you go out into the world and you get all dirty, and then you climb into bed at night, and then you make you make the bed dirty, and then it defeats the whole purpose. Then you're just sleeping in your dirt. I don't get it. Unless you take like 2 showers a day, which I guess would make sense. But let me know down in the comments section below. Where are you? Are you team shower at night or team shower in the morning? And if you don't shower at night, why not? Okay. See ya.
Thanks, Crendor. Anyway, that is it for me. I'm off this weekend to go play video games at Game Fest. Very excited, seeing some amazing things. I'll make a vlog or something about it, and we'll talk about it next week. But also, hey, Sunday, the Final Fantasy 16 pre-launch event is happening. I'll be there, and hope to see you all there as well. It'll be super fun. It's going to be wild. And that's it for me. See you on Monday.